Hi guys, in the previous lecture we have discussed about the thrust bearing of unit 3 as per AKTU syllabus. Now the turn is to solve the numerical problems of thrust bearing. First, I am just giving you a brief introduction about the thrust bearing, which I have already covered in the last lecture, but just to show you that thrust bearing is used to guide or support shaft which is subjected to the load along the axis of the shaft. Such type of bearings are mainly used in the turbine and propeller shafts. There are two types of thrust bearing. First one is the footstep or pivot bearing, and second one is the collar bearing. In the footstep type of bearing, the load shaft is always vertical and the end of the shaft rests within the bearing. But in case of collar bearing, the shaft may be vertical or horizontal with single collar or many collars. We have discussed about the footstep bearing. This is the complete description of the footstep bearing, how it works, and the numerical. Some equations are involved in the footstep bearing. Like first equation is to the pressure is uniformly distributed over the bearing area. Then small p is equal to W by A. A is the projected area. W upon pi r square, because the shaft area is circular. The outer circumference is circular. In this case, the total frictional torque is given as T is equal to 2 by 3 mu Wr, and power loss in the friction is P is equal to 2 pi Nt upon 60. But when the shaft is counterbored, then the bearing pressure is changed. This equation is small p is equal to W upon pi, capital R square minus small r square. The capital R square and small r square you can see in the diagram A. The capital R square is the diameter of the shaft, and the small r, that is the counter bore which is provided in the shaft. In this case, the total frictional torque is already also changed, and it is given as 2 by 3 mu W r cube minus small r cube upon r square minus r square. And there are some notations which we have to remember before solving the numerical problem. The allowable bearing pressure for the footstep bearing may be taken as follows. When the rubbing velocity V is equal to pi dn by 60, rubbing velocity V is varies between 50 to 60 meter per minute, then the bearing pressure should be such that P into B, pressure into rubbing velocity, should not be greater than 42. If the rubbing velocity is over 60 meter per minute, then the pressure should be not exceed 0.7 Newton per mm square. For intermittent service, the bearing pressure may be taken as 10.5 Newton per mm square, and for very slow speed, the bearing pressure may be taken as high as 14 Newton per mm square. So here you can see that if we decrease the rubbing velocity, then we can option to increase the bearing pressure. And in coefficient of friction for the footstep bearing is taken as 0.05. Remember that if the coefficient of friction is not given in the question, then you have to assume the coefficient of friction as 0.015. Okay. The second one is the collar bearing, a simple multi-collar bearing for horizontal shaft. It is shown in the figure. The collars are either integral part of the shaft or it is rigidly fastened to it. Now, these three parameters you have to remember before solving the numerical. The outer diameter of the collar is usually taken as 1.4 to 1.8 times of the diameter of the shaft. Clearance between the collar is 1 by 3rd of diameter, and the thickness of the collar is kept 1 by 6th of diameter. You just remember these things because we have to we will use these parameters in the question where the outer diameter of the collar will not be given. Now these are the equations. Power and torque same, and to loss of friction we can calculate by P is equal to 2 pi Nt by 60. And in case of collar bearing, the coefficient of friction is taken between 0.023 to 0.05. Okay. Now up to this we have covered in the previous lecture. Now come to the numerical problem. I have just taken a numerical from your textbook, Kurmi, RS Kurmi. The first numerical is the footstep bearing support a shaft of 150 mm diameter which is counter bored at the end with a hole diameter of 50 mm. So the capital D is 150, small d is 50. You can calculate the radius capital R and small r. If the bearing pressure is limited to 0.8 Newton per mm square, small p is given 0.8 Newton per meter square, and the speed RPM is given 100 RPM. So you have to calculate, first is the load to be support capital W, the power lost in the friction P, and the heat generated at the bearing. Here you have to assume coefficient of friction 0.015. I have asking you in the previous section that for the foot step bearing the coefficient of friction is taken as 0.015. If it is not given, then we assume that value. So first we have to calculate the load W. The bearing pressure equation, small p is given as small p is equal to W upon pi R square minus R square. Here we put the equation, small p is given as 0.8, W unknown, pi, capital R is 75, small r is 25. After calculation, we calculate the load is 12,568 Newton. This is your first answer. Now you have to calculate the power lost in the friction. The equation torque T is equal to 2 by 3 mu W R square minus RQ upon R square minus R square. After calculating it, the torque is given as 10.212 Newton meter. And by putting this the torque value in the equation P is equal to 2 pi nt, we can calculate the power loss in the friction. It is calculated as 107 watt or 0.107 watt. Now you have to remember that the total power loss in the friction is equal to the heat generated at the bearing. It means the power loss unit is also in kilowatt or watt, and the heat generated is also in watt and kilowatt. The amount of heat that is lost due to the frictional, that is equal to the heat generated at the friction at the bearing. So power loss in the friction is taken equal to the heat generated at the bearing. The same answer, 0.107 kilowatt or kilojoule per second. We can calculate it in the minute also by multiplying it with the 60. It is equal to 6.42 kilojoule per minute. So you have seen that in this question there is no use of design data book. All the values are given and formulas are given. You can just put the values in the formulas and you can calculate the final answer. In case of thrust bearing, actually if we use the design data book only when there are some assumptions we have to make. Otherwise all the calculation can be made directly through the equations. Now come to the second problem. The thrust of the propeller shaft in a marine engine is taken up by a number of collar integral with the shaft. Here you can say this is the problem of collar bearing. Integral with the shaft which is 300 mm in diameter. The diameter of the shaft is 300 mm. The thrust on the shaft is 200 kilonewton. Here the load is given 200 kilonewton and the speed is RPM 75. Okay. Now taking mu, coefficient of friction, constant, and it is equal to 0.05, and assuming the bearing pressure as uniform and equal to 0.3 Newton per mm square. All the values are given. Mu is given 0.05, bearing pressure P is equal to 0.03 Newton per mm square. You have to find the number of collar required, power loss in the friction, and heat generated at the bearing in the kilojoule per minute. So first you have to remember here that a collar have two diameters. First one is the outer diameter, that is capital D, and second one is the inner diameter, that is equal to the shaft diameter, small d. So in this question capital D is not given, so you have to assume it. In the theory section, previous PPT, I have shown you that the outer diameter of the collar may be taken as 1.4 to 1.8 times the diameter of the shaft. This is the assumption. So here we assume that the outer diameter capital D is equal to 1.4 of small d. So it is equal to 1.4 into small d is given 300. So 420 mm is the outer diameter and the radius is 210 mm. Now the second is the we have to calculate the bearing pressure. By this equation you can find your first answer, number of collar required, because let n is the number of collar required. Here in this equation of bearing pressure, small n is come. So 0.3 is equal to W upon n pi r square minus r square. If there is a single collar, then n is equal to taken as 1. If there are number of collar, then n may be a value. So W is given 200 into 10 power 3, n unknown pi, and capital R you have calculated 210, and small r is 150 square. Small r is equal to half of the diameter of the shaft. Then after calculating, n is calculated as 9.8, and you may equate it to the fixed value 10. So the number of collar required is 10. The second one is power loss in the friction, torque P, the same equation which we have used in the pivot bearing, 2 by 3 mu W r cube minus r cube upon r square minus r square. Every value is given and put in the equation, and final the torque is calculated at 1817 Newton meter. Now put this value to calculate the power loss by the equation. P is equal to 2 pi nt upon 60. It is 2 pi, n is given 75 and t is 1817, and after calculation 14,270 watt of power is lost due to the friction, or 14.27 kilowatt. So as previous I am saying, the power loss in the friction, it is equal to the heat generated at the bearing. So there is the same value. Heat generated at the bearing is equal to 14.27 kilowatt or kilojoule per second. You can convert it into the minute by multiplying 60. It is 856.2 kilojoule per minute. So I think these two problems are enough to solving the problem of thrust bearing. And here I am ending my lecture and also ending the coverage of unit 3rd. So if you have any problem, you can contact me on my number, on my WhatsApp number, or when I will take the online lecture, online session, you can discuss the problem in the online section. Thank you very much.